TV looks like a giraffe envelope. Made the woman in front of her leave her brother. Because there were not only 35 cows at home, but also several acres of orchards. Even the house in Seoul is rented anyway. Little did they know that this woman is from Junam, princess of the largest cabal in North Korea. At the moment, Brother Winwo found it too. He was very angry and didn't understand what his sister was doing. Then he took his hand.
I told you to stop watching soap operas.
The amount is a bit small, not as much as in the dramas.
In any case, Winwo is sure the only person he left now is Hein, so he hopes not to listen to his sister's nonsense. He then took his girlfriend and left the restaurant. Hein also didn't forget to take the small envelope. Years later, the young couple was to return to Seoul from the in-law. Grandma neighbor comforted Winwo that divorce isn't scary. Just then, Hein nearby overheard. But fortunately, her dementia acted up. She mistakenly recognized Winwo's dad as her husband, blessed other people's explanations. This finally dispelled herself. Before leaving, mother-in-law handed some homegrown fruits to her daughter-in-law and advised, no matter how hard you work, health must come first. This poignant saying touched Han, but when she got in the car, she still didn't give Hein Wu a good look. Went to the car leave with his son and daughter-in-law. Hein would stab on her if it was their daughter. Her actions back then must have upset Haerin. Still, no one guessed the reason for her anger. On the way back to Seoul, Haerin intentionally kept her distance from her husband. The two didn't say a word to each other. As they walked home, the rain poured heavier. Hein Wu intended to hold an umbrella for his wife. However, Haerin stormed inside angrily. As she hurried, she explained,
I wasn't waiting for you last night, I just couldn't sleep. That's not my bad, the village dogs kept barking. I didn't bring any sleeping pills, so I couldn't sleep.
Kevin, I didn't think you were waiting for me. When have you ever waited for me?
That's right, I'm not the type to wait for anyone.
You know better than anyone that you're not that type.
After coming down, Haerin noted that Hein Wu was holding the umbrella for himself. His shoulder was soaking wet, and he had a hurt expression. She wanted to apologize but didn't know how to start. So she hurried into the house, ignoring the rain. Just then, she bumped into someone coming out and seeing Hein Wu behind her. She took the opportunity to embrace Haerin. As they walked, he glared at Hein Wu. Hein Wu looked at the scene with an indescribable jealousy. After he'd entered the house, Hein deliberately found an excuse to avoid him. It turns out Hae's mother invited Yinsung to stay at their home, under the pretense of not minding to be alone. In reality, it's to butter up the relationship to help her son, and Yinsung undoubtedly knew the reason behind it. So he went along with it and moved in. Not only could he get closer to Hein, but he could also execute his acquisition plan.
I won't disturb you, right? If I say I will, would you leave?
I would. Went turned away from Yinsung, showing a frosty expression as he went upstairs. Before long, Hein changed clothes and returned to the living room. Curiously, she asked where Winwo was. Yinsung immediately realized that they were sleeping in separate rooms. It seems the housekeeper's information was correct. The couple's relationship is quite poor. Winwo is also not well received. Yet the old chairman insists on listening to him. Therefore, to avoid affecting the plan, he must be driven out. So Yinsung began to sow discord between the couple.
Generally speaking, when a man stays in his own home, even if he's a friend of the wife, the husband would care to some extent.
So?
I just asked Winwo if my being here would disturb him.
Indeed, those words made Hein very concerned. In fact, Yinsung was living in their house. Winwo was in a terrible mood, but he doesn't know whether to be honest with his wife.
The next day,
Winwo receives a call from the game reserve warden. The day of the wellboard's end, the desk delivery, the dashcam captured what happened that day, but it was deleted due to limited storage capacity. Winwo immediately takes the storage card to a phone store for repair. The owner informs him it will take at least 3 or 4 days. Meanwhile, has Phil started up again.